Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aquarius, April 6, 2025. The changes you make now go deep and can benefit you for years to come. This is a generally good time to have faith that if you take care of the things you can control, those matters that are up in the air will be easier to accept or will fall into place in due time. You're making plans, mainly related to support, finances, health, diet, and work, focusing on balance. As you incorporate both structure and room for spontaneity, you have a better chance of developing sensible health programs and quitting bad habits. The desire to pioneer or innovate is also active today. You may enjoy developing interesting ventures or methods to improve what you already have going. You're likely to be ahead of the competition if you're even noticing them at all. This can be a time for turning a limiting situation that has weighed you down in the past into a powerful motivator for future goals and ambitions. A new attitude can be the first step toward increased freedom. You're ready to take on anything that will get you to a good place. You're also likely to be valued on a professional or public level, even in small ways, as others recognize you for your effort. As much as you'd like to charge ahead, this is a day for putting in the necessary groundwork. One of the best periods of the year has arrived for you. In fact, the coming days could make your dreams come true. With our great luminary, the Sun, linking in a gorgeous sextile with mighty Jupiter, our great benefic, you will feel as if you are on top of the world. You could feel like your high spirits are so vast and expansive that all you can do is sit back with your lover and enjoy the happy vibe. Don't miss out on using this gorgeous energy to make plans and promises or consider fun things that you are both passionate about and that you wish to build toward in the year ahead. A revealing conversion will change your work life. Pay attention to what everyone is saying when Mercury retrograde in Pisces conjuncts the North Node in Pisces and opposes the South Node in Virgo. You may feel differently about your job after today's interactions and discussions. On the one hand, you could hear something about your coworkers that challenges your perspective of the workplace dynamics. On the other hand, you might be directly involved in a conversation that could affect everything. Make sure you stay on top of what you are hearing since your workplace is bound to change. If yesterday you found yourself able to center yourself and practice a healthful routine, today you may feel a shift. The ability to sense your emotions is increased today, however, you are also feeling ambivalent. There is a tendency to drop the practice when you don't get an answer quickly, but this would be foolish. If you practiced yoga yesterday, great. Practice again today. If you didn't practice yoga or exercise or even put on pants yesterday, well, that was yesterday, and today is today. No time like the present to add something beneficial to your routine. A practical approach will light the way on this day. When it comes to your ability to concentrate, learn, and absorb information, you won't have any trouble whatsoever. Yours is usually a sharp and probing mind to begin with, so the added energy of this vibration will see you capable of leaving no stone unturned. Research and investigative activities are perfect for this day. Don't hesitate to work on strategy or projections, as well. You'll handle these like a pro. In a case of perfect timing, the moon not only returns to your career sector just as Mars moves into his final 14 days, but just as support from the planets in your work sector is about to peak. On the one hand, this will add fuel to Mars' professional passions, fighting and competitive spirit, and give you a better sense of where to channel them. On the other hand, this will ensure your professional instincts are sharp as you get a read on all the different moving parts across the income, work, and career fronts. 2 days after the moon began its monthly visit to an adventurous part of your chart with a friendly aspect to Pluto in your romantic sector, it leaves, but leaving in its wake planets that can keep the spirit of romance and adventure alive. Pluto, the planet of change and transformation, will move into his final month in direct motion tomorrow, and already slowing down, the spirit of romance is becoming more potent. Aquarius, insight and originality shine through. Your quote of the day: your difference is your direction. Your color of the day is icy blue, stimulating clarity and originality. Lucky numbers: 5, 16, 29. A creative or futuristic idea may take shape, trust it. You may be inspired to break a routine or try something new. Don't be afraid to stand apart from the crowd. Innovation thrives in your hands today. Our eyes in the sky. Let's take a moment together wherever you are right now, just pause and breathe deeply. Today is April 6, 2025, and it brings with it the quiet magic of possibility. Whether you woke up with a sense of peace, a list of things to do, or emotions you can't quite name, this reading is here to gently guide you, to offer reflection, and maybe even a little spark of inspiration. Remember, tarot doesn't predict your fate, it reminds you of your power, your wisdom, and your ability to shift and shape your path at any moment. The first card drawn for today is the Hanged Man, a card that invites stillness, surrender, and a new perspective. This is not about being stuck, it's about allowing yourself space to see things differently. Maybe you've been pushing for clarity, trying to force a decision, or wrestling with uncertainty. The Hanged Man gently says, pause. Breathe. There's wisdom in the waiting. Sometimes, the answers we seek don't come from doing more, they come when we release control, let go of urgency, and open ourselves to a different way of seeing. It's like standing back from a painting. Suddenly, you notice details you couldn't see up close. If you're feeling unsure about something in your life right now, give yourself permission to not have it all figured out today. There's beauty in the in-between spaces. Next, we have the Three of Cups, a beautiful card of connection, celebration, and emotional support. This card is a joyful reminder of how important it is to lean into your community, to nurture your friendships, and to allow others to hold space for you. You don't have to do it all alone. Whether it's an old friend checking in with a text, a spontaneous laugh shared with someone at work, or a moment of comfort with someone who just gets it, these small interactions matter deeply. This card invites you to reach out, to connect, to celebrate the little things with those you trust. And if you've been feeling isolated, know that this is an invitation to open up to connection again, even if just in small ways. Human hearts were not made to go it alone, we're all walking each other home in some way. Now entering the reading is the Ten of Pentacles, a deeply grounding card that speaks of long-term stability, family, legacy, and building something lasting. This could relate to your career, your finances, or your personal foundations, whatever our home means to you. You may be laying the groundwork now for something that will benefit not just you, but others around you. Even if it's not visible yet, your consistency and effort are planting seeds for long-term abundance. This card also reminds us that success isn't only about material things, it's about creating a life that feels rich in meaning. Maybe it's passing on wisdom to the next generation, or finally creating a home that reflects who you really are. Take a moment to reflect. What are you building for your future self? What matters most to you in the long run? The next card we see is Strength, and its message is soft yet powerful. This isn't about brute force, it's about inner resilience, quiet courage, and self-compassion. You may be facing something now, or carrying something heavy, and this card shows up to remind you, you are strong. Not just because you've endured, but because you continue to show up. Because you allow yourself to feel. Because you keep choosing growth, even on the hard days. Strength reminds us that true power often comes in the moments when we are kind to ourselves, when we speak gently to our inner voice instead of criticizing it. Have you acknowledged how far you've come lately? You've made it through days you thought you couldn't. Let that be a reminder today that you're doing better than you think. Finally, we close today's reading with the Ace of Wands, a burst of creative energy, new beginnings, and divine inspiration. This card is like a little spark being lit inside of you, an idea, a dream, a feeling of, I think I could do this. If you've been waiting for a sign to begin, this is it. This is the green light. The Ace of Wands doesn't ask for perfection, it simply asks for you to say yes to something that excites your spirit. It could be as small as picking up a journal again, trying a new recipe, or exploring a passion that's been quietly calling to you. Follow that nudge. These little moments of creative fire can light the way forward in big, beautiful ways. So when we take this reading as a whole, there's such a gentle but powerful rhythm. The Hanged Man invites reflection and trust in timing. The Three of Cups reminds you to open up to connection and shared joy. The Ten of Pentacles grounds you in long-term vision and purpose. Strength honors your quiet resilience. And the Ace of Wands encourages you to take inspired action toward what lights you up. If you're feeling this message today, I'd love to hear from you what resonated most. Are you feeling that creative spark beginning to glow? Or maybe you've been sitting in that Hanged Man energy, waiting for something to shift. Let's share in the comments, support one another, and remind each other that we are not alone in this journey. Every day is a chance to grow, to feel, and to keep becoming more fully ourselves, and I'm so glad we get to walk part of that path together.